Hello, greetings. I'm going to say something that will perhaps be very shocking to some Muslims and the Shia Muslims too. So I was a Shia, and when I read these Quran verses on Muhammad Zaid, didn't sound quite well for me, to me. So since then, I haven't received a proper answer. Why Muhammad told Zaid to fear Allah and himself. God has told him in that verse that you should have feared me instead of the people. Like that. So I've said a lot about this on Facebook, my Facebook live streams, audios and videos. Now it's built up to something more horrific, like why is Zainab bin Jahsh's husband's death such a mystery, and who was he? Nothing is recorded of him. So you can check Wikipedia. Zainab bin Jahsh was married before to someone whose name is unknown. And how he died is unknown too. So contemplating on that, I stumbled upon this song from the movie, Indian movie, बदलते रिश्ते, न जाने कैसे पल में बदल जाते हैं ये दुनिया के बदलते रिश्ते. Like we don't know how the relationships just change like that, and are so momentary, temporary, changeable. So this is quite shocking for me, so thank you for bearing with me. The thing is that did Prophet Muhammad poison Zainab bin Jahsh's first husband? And so all that is dirt, is given to the Umayyad side, the Qurayshite tribe of Abu Sufyan being the leader. At that time, Muhammad's time. And so this is really something to ponder over. It's coming to me, the signs are coming to me. And it's fallen on me to expose this heavy thing. A heavy burden has fallen on me. So going to the verse here about Zaid and Muhammad in Surah 33, Surah Azab, Surah Azab. Oh my goodness. Verse 37. So, and if you look at the other verses in Surah Azab, you'll find out that now God says that, oh Muhammad, you made an error unintentionally. You were practicing what the pagans were practicing, right? Regarding the adopted son. And so now you are not the father of Zed. And it gets better when you read the preceding verses or the verses afterwards. It gets really like terrible to see this. For instance, the Prophet has a stronger affinity to the believers than they do themselves, and his wives are their mothers. But remember, Prophet Muhammad cannot be the father of anyone. And the blood relatives are more entitled than believers and immigrants. To show kindness to your close associates, this is decreed in the record. So you see it for the believers. I don't know what what was meant by these verses here. The wives of the Prophet become mothers of the believers, Muslims. So I have to analyze these verses even more. O believers, remember Allah's favor upon you when enemy forces came to besiege you in Medina. So we sent against them a bitter wind. So, like it is something. I will analyze this later. And remember when they came at you from east and west, and you thought you thought these thoughts about Allah. Even the believers were put to test and were violently shaken, tried. And remember when the hypocrites. So just seeing if there are many favors on the believers given, then contemplating on these verses, how Prophet Muhammad put them. Fleeing would not benefit you. How cleverly. Ask them, O Prophet, who can put you out of Allah's reach if He intends to harm you or show you mercy? They can never find any protector or helper besides Allah. This is the satanic heights of, Satan, I was told, has supreme knowledge. Has this spiritual, very high knowledge of Allah. Allah knows well those among you who discourage others from fighting. They are totally unwilling to assist when danger comes to you. So building on what a great deceiving thing it is. What a great way to deceive us. Indeed, in the Messenger of Allah, you have an excellent example for whoever has hope in Allah and the last day. Remember, now I see these things so differently when the believers saw the enemy alliance. O wow. No, I can't believe what I'm seeing. I mean, this is the height of Satan. And he brought, so this goes on. He has caused you. Sorry, I can't, O Prophet, say to your wives, if you desire the life of this world and its luxury, well put. But if you desire Allah and His Messenger, just reading half where it is important, just, or maybe what I'm trying to find out. But if you desire Allah and His Messenger and the everlasting home, reward of you, do good. O wives of the Prophet, blatant misconduct, then you'll have a double punishment. And whoever of you devoutly obeys Allah and His Messenger and does good, we will grant her double the reward and have prepared for her an honorable provision. O wives of the Prophet, tempted, but speak in a moderate tone. They are told to speak in a moderate tone. Settle in your homes and do not display yourselves as the pre-Islamic ignorance days, and evil away from you, purify your members. Always remember what is recited. Okay, wait a minute. So surely for Muslim men and women, believing men, have prepared forgiveness, great reward. It is not for a believing man and woman. Okay, that if Allah decrees a thing, Prophet Muhammad too, that you should disobey them both. And then we come to Zaid. Oh, and remember, Prophet, when you said to one for whom Allah has done a favor and you too have done a favor, keep your wife and fear Allah while concealing within yourself what Allah was going to reveal. And so you were considering the people, whereas Allah was more worthy of your consideration. So this is now, and the believers cheering now. But you see what Muhammad has done, considering the people rather than Allah. And this fails, like what will my Shia religious scholars tell me? That Muhammad was fearing the people, and yet he was telling Zaid to fear Allah, keep your wife and fear Allah, while he, Muhammad, meaning Allah, oh my God, I just have, sorry, this is a notification. So when Zaid totally lost interest, there's no blame on the Prophet for doing what Allah has ordained for him. That has been the way of Allah with those prophets who had gone before, and Allah's command has been firmly decreed. There's no blame, no sin. That is His way with those prophets who deliver the message. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men. Muhammad is not the father of any of your men, but is the messenger of Allah and the seal of the prophets, and Allah has perfect knowledge of all things. O believers, always remember Allah often and glorify Him morning and evening. What a great thing. He is the one who showers His blessings upon you, and His angels pray for you. And then how come Shaitan comes and does all these funny things to us? Angels pray for you so that He may bring you out of darkness into light, for He is ever merciful to the believers. Wow. Their greeting on that day they meet Him will be peace, and He has prepared for them an honorable reward. O Prophet, we have sent you as a witness and to deliver good news, yes. Do not yield to the disbelievers and the hypocrites. Overlook their annoyances and put your trust in Allah. Oh my goodness, yes. Oh believers, if you marry believing women and then divorce them before you touch them, they will have no waiting period for Oh, yes. O Prophet, we have made lawful for you your wives to whom you have paid their full dowries, and the daughter paternal and their possessions blame on you. As such, there would be no blame on you. I'm just skipping some. It is up to you, O Prophet, to delay or receive whoever you please of your wives. Oh my goodness. What? There's no blame on you if you call back any of those who have set aside. Ah, Jesus Christ. Oh, sorry. It is not lawful for you, O Prophet, to marry more women after this, nor can you replace. Oh, what am I reading? God, so much like reward and punishment. Oh, how well put. So, where was that verse? There's no blame on Prophet Muhammad. So yes, it was explained in a narration by other Shia sources. If you go to the multilingual Quran, so I have to search, go back to that verse. So Muhammad is not the father of any of your, where is that verse? Just a minute. Hello, yes, I found it. It is in it's verse 5, Surah Azab, the same surah I'm going through. Let your adopted children keep their family names. That is more just in the sight of Allah. But if you do not know their fathers, then they are simply your fellow believers and close associates. So now change of relationship. But if you do not know their father, then they are simply your fellow believers and close associates. There's no blame on you for what you do by mistake. So, but only for what you do intentionally, and Allah is all forgiving, most merciful. Previous verse, Allah does not place two hearts in any person's chest, nor does He regard your wives as unlawful for you like your real mothers, even if you say they are. So bad pagans doing this to their wives. Nor does He regard your adopted children as your real children. These are only your baseless assertions, which Muhammad made about Zaid earlier, remember? But Allah declares the truth, and He alone guides to the right way. Let your adopted children, 5th verse now, after the 4th verse I'm reading, let your adopted children keep their family names. That is more just in the sight of Allah. But if you do not know their fathers, they are simply your fellow believers and close associates. There is no blame on you for what you do by mistake, even if what is it said here by God that in this Quran, in this verse 4, these are only your baseless assertions. So Muhammad made a mistake by making a baseless assertion, didn't he? Now we will contemplate whether who was the first husband of Zainab and Jahsh. Why has history not written his name, and what happened to him? And why didn't Zainab and Jahsh say anything later on? Were they all scared? What was going on over there? We have no idea. But something does not sound well here. When you read the verses, thinking or questioning everything, every verse, every word, every phrase in this, and like I have questioned. So thank you very much. I will continue this and keep on going with my contemplations. Let's see what happens, where I reach. If I'm wrong, I will correct myself along the way. Thank you so much.